Hi Paul. So we've got Super TTed in. Already looks amazing. Here's the before, and then there's going to be a good after in a few weeks once we've had a play in this engine bay. But yeah, so we're going to rip all the subframes off, give it a good clean and paint and powder coat and all that good stuff underneath. Redo the engine bay, just a few little bits and bobs. So this is going to be in with me for a few weeks while we do that. I'm going to get some bits of progress along the way, and it should be ready in time for the rolling road day in August.
This bit here.
Yeah.
So that needs to come off, and we can just tie that bracket up, and it just make it a lot better. What's this thing here?
Wind deflector.
Spoiler thing. That can just be cleaned up.
This is Paul's technical. Point to the bits you want me to fix.
This thing, what's this here? There's a joint here.
There's a Ujima flip. But we can do something with the wishbones and the subframe. Get them looking sexy.
What's this bit white in the middle in front of the Audi?
What, the big metal bit?
Yeah, the cut box attached to it.
Yeah, that's the rear subframe, so we're going to be taking that off. Okay, so a bit of progress on the rear. There's nothing left of it. Paul's going to do a bit of cleaning of everything while it is in this situation. So, everything's in pieces at the rear. So we can now go about removing the rust, cleaning stuff up. What's up?
I'm going to be tasting that.
So we're going to be removing parts here to get this all clean. This is all minging, so Paul's not happy about that. He's going to clean that as well. All back here. See, it's things like this. We've got to get this removed to get this properly cleaned up. Bit of elbow grease, good as new. There we go, just getting stuff sprayed up in there. It's supposed to look like the original aluminium colour when it's done, and I think you'll agree, it does. Looks quite good. I'll just sort that out. You don't see this side anyway. But yeah, looks good. And they all look spot on as well. With a good soaking degreaser. So we are removing the bushes from the old subframe. I found this to be the easiest, most stress-free way of doing it. Honestly, just burn them out. Doesn't take too long. Yeah, if you try and press them through or anything like that, it's just a nightmare. This just let the flames do the action. Okay, so let's try and talk you through what's going on in here. So this is the carbon canister, evap system, whatever. So this connects here, goes around here, goes onto one of these hard metal lines across the front here, goes down here under there, works its way all the way back to under there. Yeah, so it goes right around the houses. But basically, because we're going to be deleting the SAI, the evap, we're going to be putting a catch can in, doing all that good stuff. This can all go. The coolant line that goes across the front, I also want to get rid of there, because that's the one that comes around over here. So what we can do is we can just put a silicone line that's going to go all the way back here, up to the bulkhead, attach it along the bulkhead, and then back to here. That's where it's got to go to. Or put a silicone line underneath all of here and back up to here, whichever way you want to route it. I'm undecided yet as to which way I'm going to go. Then we've got all the stuff for the N249 and the secondary air intake, the M112. That's all here as well. That's all going this way. You know, so we've got basically all of this is just going to be thrown out. I really struggle how to explain it all on this one just because there's so much going on. But hopefully some pictures and some videos along the way will help you. We've got the intake disassembled because we're going to be trying to put a silicone intake pipe on. And this is the reason it becomes tricky, is because these hard coolant lines here. And this isn't sold, well, it doesn't list it as being suitable for the ARY. However, Creation Motorsports are happy to sell it you for the ARY. So let's see if we can get it to fit. I don't know. So right now it's touching the turbo as far as it would need to be over if it was going to be actually mounted to the turbo, if that makes sense. So you can see that hard line is massively in the way. Can't go under it, can't go over it. Oh, okay, wow, it's been a while, but we're nearing completion on this engine bay. So essentially ripped out the metal lines that were here, the SAI, all the associated pipework. I've left in all the PCV system because that's all healthy and good. So we've got this Creation Motorsports pipe with the tip. I have had to modify down here to make that fit. I've had to cut away at the gear linkage bracket. I've had to move that hard pipe for the coolant. I've had to bend that a little bit, unbolt it from the block. I've had to trim down the other end of this to make that fit. And then this would normally sit there, obviously, because we've gone for the NA cover as well. I've just got to add a piece of pipework to link from there to there, but that's the cleanest, tidiest way that we can see to get that working at the moment as it is. Just these are the 2 litre TF cycles. These will not work with the naturally aspirated cover, so I've had to modify a standard coil back just to see if that will work. And then the customer's going to bring me their set of 4 and I will modify them all the same. So I had to chop the side bit off, get away the rubber there for it to sit properly. I've had to relocate the earth to there, obviously, because there is no earth point back there. We've done a bit of a wiring tuck just under there. I'm going to just blank this for now. Ideally I would like to remove this, pull this out, drill and tap, put a nice shiny bolt head there, but time is of the essence for this build at the minute. Yeah, as you can see, we've tidied all the gearbox up, all the linkages, everything like that. A new mount there, just to look nice and shiny. I'm going to put the N112 and the N249 valve back underneath the cover that goes across the front. So these valves here, this is what we've ripped out, look. Obviously if you're keeping the standard intake pipe, you wouldn't rip this bit out, but it meant that we've been able to get rid of all these horrible looking hard lines. So yeah, I'm going to bolt this and this back up and leave them plugged in, just so the ECUs are a little bit happier. We are going to ultimately get those coded out, and then that was it. So for coolant, all I've had to do is add this line here, and I still need to clamp it and just test fit and everything. From there to there, with a little 8mm barb, double-ended barb fitting there. So that's obviously a lot more hidden. There's a lot more of a shiny intake manifold on display, and that just looks a lot tidier, a lot nicer. And then obviously I've just got to modify the end of this so that it will fit with his airbox. We've taken off the 2 relays that normally live in that housing. We're going to tuck those up in here again, so it's just a little bit tidier back here. I've got to design a heat shield for the back. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to do some cardboard modelling of that, see if I can just design something just to mainly hide sort of this area here that he's not happy with. But anyway, yeah, so that gives you an idea of what's gone on all throughout the bay. Like I say, it's nearly finished in there. Right, let's move on to what we've done underneath. Everything's had a freshen up under here. So I've had everything blasted back, painted up with POR 15. Looks nice. Obviously I haven't done the drive shaft. Gave everything a good clean in here. At the back end, this is going back together at the minute. We've got, again, everything's been clean, painted, coated, whatever. Those are needed to be done. Deck looks amazing. So yeah, it's just on its way back together now. Obviously, new bolts throughout. Yeah, so that's been quite fun. It's even, let's insert a clip of Paul cleaning this right here. You know, parts like that, obviously that's going to be covered by the airbag, the air ride, but I will treat that before it goes back together just to stop the rust that's forming. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a few more bits on the interior and bits like that, but that's the lion's share of what we've been getting up to with this. Yeah, so as you can see, it's already looking a lot different in there. And the next clip that you see of that will be all put together fully and nice and tidy. And there we go. Wonderful. Had to do a little bit of creativeness here to make that work. The naturally aspirated cover. I'm just waiting on the coil packs because, as you can see, 2 litre TFSI ones don't work. So apart from that, good to go. Obviously I haven't been able to start it up or anything like that to check my work, but I'm sure it's all fine. It's all about the finer details. Still may revisit this at some point, but for now it's a lot tidier than it was. And there you go. Well, I have put many hours into this. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing the process from where it was at before, which is really clean, to where it's at now, where it's super clean. It is one of the nicest TTs that I'm aware of, especially that I work on. So if you've enjoyed this, please, share this with your friends that might also enjoy looking at a really nicely modified car. And yeah, until next time, cheers guys.